So last Sunday we had this powerful gospel from the 8th chapter of Mark's gospel, and it's a scene where Jesus says to his disciples, "Who do the people say that I am?" And if you remember, they're saying, "Well, some people think you're John the Baptist come back, or Elijah, or one of the other prophets." And then Jesus asks them this really profound question, and he says, "Who do you say that I am?" Peter, speaking on behalf of not just the disciples, but of all Christians, says to Jesus, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." It's this powerful moment. And in the Gospel of Mark, which has 16 chapters, this comes in chapter 8, so it's the very center of the Gospel, which means that the very central question of the whole Gospel message is, who do you say that Jesus is? That's a question for all of us. Jesus asks that question to each one of you, and to me he says, "Who do you say that I am?" And the way that we live our life in a very real way is our answer to that question. The priorities that we have, the things that we give our attention to, the focus that we give our family, that's our answer to the question of Jesus, "Who do you say that I am?" In the family, in our own lives, if we really want to answer that question with Peter, then we have to make sure that faith and our relationship with Jesus Christ is the central priority in our life. If you think about the things that you teach your children in a family, the things that you focus their attention on are the things that they'll think are the most important. We're about to start this week our faith formation, and so it's an opportunity to say to children, this is a priority. The passing on of the faith is a priority for our family. And so parents, I ask you, in whatever age your children are in, whether they're younger kids or teenagers in high school, whether they're in a Catholic school or not, make that a focus, make it a priority, so that if your children were asked, "Who do your parents say that Jesus is?" they'd be able to answer, well, they think he's the Christ. And so it's really important. For each of us also, it's easy to focus on the faith formation for children, but developing our faith as adults is just as important. For so many Catholics, once they've done their confirmation, they never really feed their faith. That's kind of the last classes they go to, and that's a sadness. So in our parish, we have great opportunities to feed the faith. We do that, of course, by attending the Eucharist. It's a beautiful way to feed our souls, to have our inner life be built up and set on fire. We do it by the sacrament of confession. But we also have great programs. We have a library where you can check out books, spiritual books that will help develop your faith. We're also doing a little study on the Mass. Many of you are familiar with Bishop Robert Barron. He has this beautiful set of talks on the Eucharist, a great way to really increase our knowledge, and not just our knowledge, but our love of the Eucharist. Of course, we also have our RCIA program, the Rite of Christian Initiation for Adults. And that's a program that we have where someone who either is not a Catholic or has not received all the sacraments of initiation can come and learn about our Catholic faith leading up to full communion at the Easter Vigil. And so as we begin this year, I really heartily encourage you to make the development of faith, this development of relationship with Jesus, a priority for yourself, but for your family, and of course especially for your children.